is available in high definition.
Today, the greatest stock car drivers in the country take on the greatest road course in Canada.
In 2010, Mosport International Raceway celebrates 50 years of racing. The history runs deep at this storied racetrack. Today, we're sure to have another chapter written in the history books as NASCAR continues a tradition of great racing on this celebrated track. Welcome to race number 2 of the 2010 NASCAR Canadian Tire Series, presented by Mobil 1 from the hills of Bowmanville, Ontario. Mosport International Raceway plays host to the Vortex Brake Pads 200. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mosport Raceway as it celebrates its 50th anniversary. I'm Dave Bradley. Along with me is Billy Rouse Jr. And Billy, as we begin the Castrol Countdown to Green, Mosport has hosted some pretty monumental battles in the past.
Well, this unique 2.49 road course is awesome. Long, fast straightaways, some tight corners, tremendous elevation changes. And you know what? Some of the best drivers in the world, Formula One, Trans Am, stock cars, they've all tried taming this wild place. And today it's all about the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series boys, and they certainly will tame it here today.
And you got to think back a number of years ago, the USAC stock cars tried their hand at Mosport Raceway. Guys like Unsers, Parnelli Jones, even the King Richard Petty tried his hand at the tricky double apex Moss Corner. And of course, if you look back to last week at Delaware Speedway, we had our own legendary battle, but DJ Kennington came out on top and sits atop the Castrol point standings.
Well, DJ had a great day. You know, started out real strong, was good all day in the car. They overcame some adversity as well, but historically, the leader coming out of Mosport today can and will win the championship. And as we said before, DJ's looking forward to put his name on the top of that NASCAR Canadian Tire Series trophy.
And a few new faces are contenders here today, or at least should be considered that way. You got to think of Jason Bowles, who's driving the 11. He's the 2009 NASCAR K&N West Series champion, number of road course race wins, and he should be a threat here today. Also, the 2009 NASCAR Canadian Tire Series champion, Andrew Ranger, is back once again, and he's standing by with our very own Todd Lewis. Todd?
Thanks, guys. I'm with the Keystone Light Pole Award winner, Andrew Ranger, who returns to the series. In fact, now picking up his third career pole here at Mosport International Raceway. A time of just over 1 minute, 24 seconds to good enough to set a brand new track record again, Andrew. And you put in a blistering lap in qualifying. You've had some memorable races here. How do you win another one?
You know what? It's a great track here. It's a track where I'll win twice, and it's a track where I feel really comfortable. We have a good car. We have a new sponsor, Luz, on board for this weekend. Dodge has supported us for this year. It's something where I'm really happy. And you know what? I would try to win here. This is sure. We have a really good car. Hopefully the pit stop will be good. Everything will be fine because it's our first race this year, but I'm really excited.
Congratulations on the pole. Good luck, Andrew. You notice a different haircut on Andrew as well. It's all part of a fundraiser for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Shaved his hair off a little while ago. Andrew getting ready to strap in. He'll be right alongside J.R. Fitzpatrick on the front row. The Castrol countdown clock is nearing zero. When we return to Mosport International Raceway, we'll be ready to turn them loose.
On TSN2.
This NASCAR Canadian Tire Series telecast on TSN is brought to you by Castrol Edge, our best Castrol ever, and by Mopar, authentic performance. So the drivers are all buckled in. Let's send it down to Robert Lee from OE Quality Friction for today's command.
Drivers, start your engines.
And the engines fire to life. There's Andrew Ranger in his cockpit. He will roll off in the Keystone Light pole position. J.R. Fitzpatrick just to the outside of him. Watch those two all race long. But how about the 0-2 of Kerry Mix near the front and running fast today?
Well, Kerry said, I was talking to him after practice, he was very happy with his race car. The motor was running strong, and he was ready to get it on.
Joey McComb and the 50 Ultimate Drivers.ca Dodge is a ways to go here at Mosport. And just in front of him, Pierre Bourque in the Telus Dodge. So as the Dodge Challenger SRT pace car gets the field underway, take a look at today's starting lineup. As we mentioned, the front row consists of Andrew Ranger and J.R. Fitzpatrick. DJ Kennington, your Castrol points leader, lines up alongside of Kerry Mix in fourth spot. And then it's Scott Stackley and Mark Dilley in row number 3. Row number 4 has Jeff Lapsevich and Anthony Simoni. Simoni coming off a pretty bad race at Delaware. He'll look to change his luck here today. Ron Beauchamp Jr. in the 60 and Don Thompson Jr. and the 4 make up row number 5. Then row number 6 has Jason Bowles in his first NASCAR Canadian Tire Series race alongside Peter Kloot. Jason Hathaway is in the 3. Robin Buck in the 66. They're in row number 7. Row number 8 has Trevor Siebert, his first race in a Dodge in the 69, and young Gary Kloot in the 68. Jared Whistle in the 44. Pierre Bourque in the 00 make up row number 9. And looking back to row number 10, Howie Scannell Jr. in the 56. Jason White from BC drives the 21. Sean McGlynn's in the 81 here today once again, and Derek White in the 99. That's row number 11. And then row number 12 is Dexter Stacy in the 55. There is Joey McComb in the 50. Row 13 is Caitlin Johnston in the 01, and David Thorndike in the 67 will not start today because of engine troubles. You have some great onboard camera views for you here today in Mosport, including this one, a pretty neat shot from the front bumper of the 23 of Jeff Lapsovich. What a great shot that is.
Well, he'll give us great shots throughout the day. He is a master here at Mosport. This 2.49-mile, 10-turn circuit has great elevation changes, along with some distinct turns. There's some off-camber, there's some tight corners, there's legendary turn 5. The track then continues on to a 4,000-foot-long straightaway where they reach tremendous speeds. What a great facility.
And with more on today's race, let's send it down to Todd.
Guys, 2 drivers to watch just before we go green here. Kerry Mix in the 02 car starting in row number 2. He said the drivers ahead of him, J.R. Fitzpatrick and Andrew Ranger, they're a lot younger than I am, but I've got a lot of experience. He's looking to be there at the end. And then another driver a little further back, starting 16th, the number 68 of Gary Kloot. Never driven a stock car prior to this weekend. Showed some very impressive times during practice. He's looking forward to maybe doing a few more of these races. He's also looking to move up in this one.
Absolutely. Young Kloot has driven well at practice and qualifying here today. It's really good to see him out. And a lot of cars come out of that Kloot legendary motor car shop, including Robin Buck's Ford. He, too, has moved to the Spec Motor program this year.
Well, Dave, the field is forming up side by side, and we got a couple old foes on the front row ready to get at it. J.R. Fitzpatrick will also run the Nationwide Series next race at Road America, and he's in that J.R. Motorsports of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Today, he'll be looking for win number 1 in 2010. There is that shot from Jeff Lapsovich in the Tim Hortons Chevrolet. He has a chance to win here today at Mosport as well. Look at how tight the field bunches off of turn number 9 as they look towards turn 10. They will see the flag stand as they move on to the front straightaway. This time, Ted Gibson from Dickies, Canada, in the flag stand. The green is out and we're underway in Mosport.
Up through the gearbox, down into the corner for the first time. It's Ranger with that brand new Dodge going to take the lead.
And it's actually the first time ever that Dave Jacobs has entered a Dodge ever.
Well, he's always been a Ford guy at heart. So, you know what? He's going after that Mopar money. We got to remember, Mopar puts up a lot of cash for being fast.
Everybody clean through turn 2. Look at J.R. Fitzpatrick take a look up into turn number 3 underneath the 27 of Andrew Ranger, but he decides to stay back and hold on to second spot.
On cold tires, all these cars are going to be just a tad on the loose side. They got to be patient, get some heat in the tires, and then get after it. But these 2 young lions up front, they get after it right from the get-go, and they are on the hammer hard.
First time through 5A and B, you can see how tight and how treacherous that corner could be over the course of the afternoon here at Mosport. Down the Andretti straight for the first time.
This is where the smart guys go to work. Now, J.R. Fitzpatrick has drafting practice and experience on the big tracks. He'll use it. There, he's ducking out. See that? He's sucked up behind him. Now he's going to shoot out, but that is the long way around.
Smart for Andrew Ranger to hold it to the inside. He took that blocking lane. Wasn't blocking because it's the only move that he made, but he knew Andrew Ranger, or J.R. Fitzpatrick, I should say, had only one way to go, and it is the long way around.
Later on, you're going to see that move work, Dave. What happens? You get out the outside, and it's hard to get that outside apex there, but what happens? You trap him on the inside of turn 9, and you'll beat him to the front stretch.
Good shot of Scott Steckley working the wheel. 50 laps to go here in the Vortex brake pads. 200 at Mosport Raceway. Thank you very much for joining us. You can see the 27 of Andrew Ranger still holds the point in front of the 84 Schick Hydro Chevrolet of J.R. Fitzpatrick.
All the top 3 starting to pull away, Dave. And Kerry Mix said he might have been a little older, but he's a little tougher, and he's hanging in there with those youngsters.
A 69 battling with the 68. That's Trevor Siebert and young Gary Kloot. as they make their way around the course out of 4 up into 5A and B. Once again, the top 3 are stretching a little bit of a gap on the rest of the field.
Well, this is where you make the hay right here. You got to come off turn 5 with all the power, get it down hard, and get it down early.
And problems for the Ultimate Drivers.ca number 50 of Joey McComb. He's looking for a really good run after having troubles late in the running at Delaware in race number 1. But McComb coming to a stop. That's just out of turn number 2, going into turn number 3. No caution yet.